Now, each and every week on Tuesday, many of you'll know that we usually get the insurance registrations showing how our favorite EV stocks like NIO performed for the previous week. And as seen on the screen, NIO had total insurance registrations of around 4,900. Now, this was a much better insurance registration compared to the 4,200 we saw last week. And look, man, from these insurance registrations, 2,500 came from NIO main brand, but we still don't know how many came from Firefly and ONVO. The remaining, or the remainder of the 2,400, it consists of both ONVO and Firefly. Now, this 2,500 from NIO, it's a 3.73% increase from the 2,410 we saw the previous week, which overall this is a 19.5% increase from the 4,100 we saw last week. So yeah, man, it is pretty good, it is pretty decent. I know that obviously we want more, but we will get more. It's only a matter of time, right? But this is what we got today. 4,900. It is the third week insurance registrations. First week it was over 5,000, you know that. Second week it was this 4,100. Third week it's now the 4,900, and it's not the final week as yet, because we still have the whole of this week and next week until Thursday to finish up or to wrap up the month of July. I think we can see pretty decent figures coming. It can be a second best month, or if not the best selling month. But I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to look at what transpires. I am happy, man. I'm excited about this figure. I mean, obviously for the other, or when you look at the other new energy vehicle cars, you will notice that the top spot has got ATO with 9,500. Second spot with Leapmotor sitting at 8,200. Then you've got Xiaomi with 7,200. You've got Lioro at 7,000. Xpeng at 6,700. Then our very own NIO at 4,900. You've got Depal at 3,800. Zika 3,000. FCB 2,800. Voya at 2,300. Now, something very exciting is about to happen. It's about to take place. Insurance registrations are going to explode. We know that the month of August is going to be lights out, right? But anyways, I think we'll have a separate video where we discuss also about the massive news that we just received today in relation to what is coming in August. But these insurance registrations, like I said, they're pretty decent, they're pretty good. It's looking good for NIO, man. I mean, we did not, the lowest figure it looks, or it appears that is going to be 4,100, which is the figure that we saw last week. And now 4,900, it is the second lowest figure, I think, because this week I'm expecting more. Next week, I'm even expecting more. And for next week, you know, it also has, from Friday, it will be August, and therefore it will incorporate the new deliveries for the ONVO L90, right? The deliveries of ONVO L90 are beginning, and yeah, it's going to be crazy. So I am happy, I am excited. I think this is worth celebrating. I know we don't have to jump off the gun as yet, but I think from now on the future looks bright. The share price has not been that bad to us. I am going in this week and load the boat, and I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be crazy for me. Looking at where the share price is, I think I might be buying a minimum of 500 shares. I think so, but let's wait, let's see, man. Me, I'm just all in about loading the boat. I'm a person who obviously just want to increase my holdings and take the low trading price of. I want to see myself getting my average onto a single digit. That is the mission. That is what I want to see by the end of Q3. I want to find myself at a single digit, man. And yeah, I don't know. Currently, I'm over $15 in terms of my average onto NIO. But hopefully, after the transaction that I'm gonna make, trying to acquire these 500, between 500 to 1,000 shares, hopefully it gets me close to at least, I should be at $13 in terms of my average, or just over $13. Then from there, I'll continue fighting until end of Q3. I see myself at a single digit. And that is what I'm hoping, that is what I'm praying that I get. So me, the low trading price has always been an opportunity to load the boat, to increase my holdings, because I know that the NIO that we are seeing now, even on the insurance registration, is not the NIO that we'll see next year. The NIO we'll see next year, it will be much better compared to the NIO we are seeing now. And the NIO that we are seeing now is much better to the NIO that we were seeing the previous years, which is something that, of course, it has been the one that motivates me, encourages me to load the boat whenever I have the money, man. Share price wise, honestly, whilst to some of the others, it has been a discouragement to the new investors who are long and strong. This has been a pretty decent motivation to go in and load the boat. I mean, when NIO hit an all-time high back in 2021, my average onto NIO was around $38, I think $36 to be exact. But right now, to see my average at 15, it's a miracle, man. To know that my average is going to go to single digits by end of Q3 if all goes well, it's just so crazy, man. And I look forward, man. When I started buying NIO back in 2020 or July of 2020, the correct month I checked, guy, it's not June, it's July of 2020. When I started buying NIO then, it was trading at over $11 per share, but my average, I remember, by end of July, it was around just over $12 per share. So that $12 per share before even the end of August, my average might be sitting where I was 5 years ago when I started buying NIO, which is something that is great, man, something that is very, very exciting. I mean, to July of 2020 when I started buying NIO, that's where the average share price was at, right? And to know that I'll be back at that average in August 5 years later, something that is great, because 36 for me, I'm telling you, when NIO hit an all-time high, I thought we'll never see these levels. And seeing the levels again, though the NIO fundamentals are improving, to me it's an opportunity, man, of a lifetime to go in and not and do whatever I can to acquire as much, so that when you head back to the all-time high, $66.99, I'm one of the new investors that are celebrating going to the bank, because I've done the most, I've invested the most onto NIO, right? So I am happy, I'm excited. Blue sky is coming. Long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. Take me some time to make videos like this. All I ask from you is to give it a thumbs up, so that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing onto this stock. Blue sky is coming. Long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded. And these, my dear friends, are just my opinions, not financial advice. Those that are seeking professional financial advice, you already know what to do, and that is you need to go out there and consult the professionals. I'll see you on the next one, my dear friends. That is all from me, and God bless you all.